AfterBuzz BC's What's Going On? We have an extra special episode for you, episode 12, No Way Out. So stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Friends with the monster,
Get it. I'm just kidding. I really don't dance like that. Anyways, what's going on, guys? As you know, we have a very special episode. Not only do we have Sir Austin Basis with us.
Hello, love.
Hello. Cheerio. But we also have our extra special Beastie fan guest, which you'll get to see in just a few moments. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Alikona Bradford. You can follow me at BoysAndBeauty01, and of course, always co-host with us using the hashtag ABTVBATB. Join the conversation and take it away, Austin.
Hi, I'm Austin Basis.
Hello.
JT Forbes on Beauty and the Beast.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you look so different.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
I shaved a little.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, lost that winter Toronto beer weight.
Alrighty, I'm passing it right on.
Hey, I'm Ashleigh Morghan. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ashleigh Morghan, ASHLEIGHMORGHAN.
Hey guys, Janeisha John here, and you can find me on all social media at Janeisha_MissVI.
And of course, our lovely fans on the couch.
Yeah.
Let's start with the lady in blue since she inspired the whole contest.
Hi, Ruth Cassidy, mother to many. Beastie from the beginning.
Hi, I'm Office Geek Carol, and kind of a new Beastie 2015, but
Wait, did you say
Hardcore.
Office Geek?
Office Geek.
I did not know that. I did not. I'm saying your name wrong. Office Geek. Oh, well, of Geek. It's of Geek.
Office Geek.
Oh,
No,
my bad.
Office.
Oh, now I know. Okay. Well, anyways, and of course, we have a surprise even to herself.
Exactly. Debbie Green, Deb Green 069.
I wonder where that number came from.
It's my birthday. Thank you very much.
You're mine.
Come on.
Every time I saw your handle, I was like, "Ooh, she's a
No,
little
dude.
It's
my birthday.
069.
Well, that's what I tell people.
What just happened? Did someone make a joke? I
No,
missed
we
it.
did.
Okay. Maybe we should, we're having a great time, but let's talk about the episode really quickly. Just really
Tears
quickly.
the entire time.
Yeah. I saw a few Kleenexes,
It was an emotional ride.
over that direction.
Clean
over
eye.
there. Clean eye. A lot of them.
It's heart-wrenching.
Queen Eye.
Clean eye. All right, so
I like that.
obviously we start off with Dylan, who's to me patronizing Kat a little bit, and I just wanted to one of these really quickly.
You
Very
don't like
long,
her.
actually. No,
None of us like her. I
obnoxious.
can't stand her.
You could
She's doing her job as the actress, right?
Right.
Making it a big Dylan.
There you go. Doing her job.
She seemed to be a little more understanding last time when she was talking to Tess, and then all of a sudden she flipped script again.
Yeah.
So it was
psychotic.
kind of confusing.
She's good at role modeling.
She's just creepy, man.
I think she strikes me as one of those people who really enjoys her job. You know, that boss that just enjoys being a butthole because they love control.
She's the Michael Scott of the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
I feel like she's so
the
convinced,
Office
though.
fans.
She's already her mind's made up. I
Right.
feel, and it's just kind of one track, and she's just like, "This is what it is, and I'm gonna prove it." But that's
Right.
that's not how the justice is supposed to work.
Right.
You know, so
I mean,
She's not being fair anymore.
I'll play devil's advocate and say this. Look, Catherine did bend the truth a little bit a few times. So I mean, are you really going to trust somebody who's lied to you once?
Yeah, we do it in relationships all the time.
Well, yeah. Speak for yourself.
He's a good hubby.
Aww.
Anyway, yeah, she's not my favorite character this episode, but then again, I don't think she ever has been my favorite character. But speaking of favorite characters, we didn't get to see Kyle, but there was a lot of mentioning of Kyle. And I'm sorry, but who here in this room thinks that Kyle is somehow affiliated with all this
I still think he's a
nonsense?
beast.
I think he's a bad guy.
He's bad. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, they made it sound like there is not actually a beast, and I feel like maybe if there isn't, he's got to be working with Braxton, because they kept saying, who knows all about my life? Vincent was like, they know my ups, my downs, my struggles. I'm like, well, I mean... Kyle, right?
You think
Are you
Kyle's
looking
the
to me like I'm playing poker right now?
No, I agree with you, Alikona. I feel like Heather mentioned his name a couple times and she got cut off, by Kat. And so I just kind of feel like the point of his name being brought up so much,
right?
It means something,
right?
He's involved somehow,
right?
I think so.
Plus, we gotta just feel badly about him being around because he turned him in.
Yeah,
he's got to pound the sand.
With no
or something.
hesitation, though. He didn't feel guilty about it at all.
No. And I hate that Catherine is like, you gotta, for me, you gotta forgive him. I'm like, ooh,
no. He was trying to protect her because I'm playing devil's advocate now.
Okay.
But I would say that, Heather can forgive him after she kicks him in the nuts.
He's got to get his comeuppance. Right in his crotch.
Yeah.
At work.
Ow!
Wait,
2 times the comeuppance. What?
No, I was saying, ladies, let me ask you though, if a guy ever did that to you, would you forgive him?
Nope.
No, man, I draw the line.
And you know what? My sister wouldn't let me. My sister wouldn't let me. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's
He jeopardized everything.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
But did he realize what he was jeopardizing?
Yes.
He's an EMT. He
knew what he was
known.
doing.
Well, I don't think he knew what he was doing, but again, he jeopardized her family.
Right.
He didn't respect her boundaries, which she kept telling him, I can't tell you, I can't tell you. And he crossed it. That's where he loses.
Yeah.
I agree.
You can't trust him for the
Boundaries.
future.
This is the boundary segment.
I feel like if maybe he went about it a different way, if he had, spoken to Heather about it first and said, listen, I think what's going on, I don't agree with it. At some point I can't be a part of this, and say that, if you guys don't do what's right, I'm gonna have to say something that's different. But he just behind her back, sneaky.
Or just break up with them if you don't like the way they're living their life.
Mind your
and you think
business.
they're next, right?
Too soon for him to be making those kind of decisions.
What's interesting is I think he thought by doing that he was gonna get her to move in with him.
No.
That's not a dumb dude.
Okay.
Like she's
Taking the wrong moves to get your girl to move in with you.
Right.
He needs a little lesson.
Yeah.
I mean, JT.
In love.
He's a JT lesson.
He needs a little lesson in love. Not from JT, from Austin. Because JT was, he's had a rough go of it.
Trying to find
not
himself.
The smoothest. Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I would love to hear a lesson from Austin in love.
Well,
Hashtag.
don't tell DHS on your girlfriend.
That's a good one.
Don't rat your girlfriend's family out to DHS.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna write
That's always
that
at the top of my
U-Haul.
list.
Yeah. Oh, maybe you can answer this question for me because I was taking notes and I only caught it off the corner of my ear. But when you were asking,
Just the corner of your ear?
the corner of my ear. You know what I mean?
The corner that's sticking out of there.
Corner of my ear.
Right, I know.
The left corner of my ear was
Well,
catching
she's got a huge earring in, so there you go. So the corner of your ear.
Okay, so when JT was typing in the password and he was asking Heather, did she say the password was VinCat
She
forever?
did.
Yeah.
She did.
Oh my goodness, somebody's
Yes, she
Twitter
did.
handle. They're gonna love hearing that.
I thought that was so cute. And I don't know if they did that on purpose, but
They
a
did.
nice homage to just
totally.
fans creating.
Kristin
Yeah.
said, Kristin Kreuk was tweeting today with the East Coast, and she said, yeah, it was for the Beasties.
That's so sweet.
That's
Well,
sweet.
in the script, sometimes when they describe, kind of a little romantic moment between Vincent and Catherine, they always call it a VinCat kiss or a VinCat moment. It allows them to type less, but it's also it's just easier to say.
Here you go, Beasties.
Yeah, whoever came up with that one, I don't know. Someone came up with it in season 1.
Oh, you know what else I noticed too, and maybe this is the first time I've ever noticed this, but I saw on the bottom during the introduction, producer Kristin Kreuk. Has she been doing this, and I just totally missed that?
The whole season.
The whole season.
Oh,
The whole
this
season.
Yeah, I've seen
Just
it
this season, yeah.
Wow. That's really
That's
cool.
awesome.
That's what happens when you've been a series regular for 10 years on a show. Well,
Wait,
not
no,
our show,
I was
but-
like, wait, what?
No, yeah,
Yeah,
4 years on ours and
Smallville.
6 or 8 years on Smallville or something.
By the way, can we talk about the fact that we saw them go back and actually show us baby face?
Yeah.
VinCat, that was serious.
Yeah.
That was adorable.
Yeah.
So cute.
I was saying, I also feel like, too, though, it was a nice dichotomy between that and the present, and you see how haggard he looked. And I don't mean that in an insulting way. He's still
fine.
look good.
Yeah.
But you can tell he's been through some stuff.
Being in that dungeon will wear a brother down.
Living through 3 Toronto winters. Flying back and forth to New Zealand.
Oh my
that'll do it.
God.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I mean, but I was like, you still look sexy, rugged. But you could totally see, like,
And the long hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
I miss the long
that's a
hair.
favorite.
Yeah.
That's a favorite.
I miss the scar.
I do too. I'm glad you said that. I actually don't mind it at all.
I miss the scar.
It's so funny too because when this series first started, and nobody really knew what to expect, and the first episode came out, and myself and the co-host at the time, we watched it. We're like, wait, that's the Beast? That's his scar? I was like, cause
Yeah.
okay, it's TV.
We totally can deal with that.
Beast is in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
They're like, we're just gonna give you a little scratch, and you are just
Yeah.
yeah,
It
scary.
wasn't just a little scratch, it was a big one. But it's also like, it's a CW beast.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's a
Not an
sexy
FX
beast.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Gotta have been like,
right, with abs and
Yeah.
everything else. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He actually did get a scar from that first season.
Did he really?
Yeah, because they had like put like he has to do that all the time, and then when he was the Beast, full headgear, makeup.
Oh, yeah.
So as the season went on, they would write less and less of the full. Like they would do 1 or 2 days per episode of the full Beast, like. Because it was, 3 hours
Time
in the chair and
consuming,
then a couple hours, like take it off. And there were like 14, 15-hour days. But by the end of the season, because it had like his skin in that area had just eroded, and the kind of pores had almost kind of like worn down and clogged up. They couldn't. Sometimes with the adhesive. The best part is like when it seeps into the pores, because then it kind of creates like almost like a grip. So by the end, they were trying to get away with drawing it on, but they couldn't. So they would try to shoot different ways that didn't show it. The big episode when he went in the pool, I think it was. I forget what episode that was, but it was towards the end of the first season. It kept falling off because of that. And they were like, just put it, glue it. It's like, it's not sticking. Like, Amanda. She was like, it's just not sticking because his skin won't hold it.
He had got microdermabrasion on accident.
Right.
So that was part of the reason for him not having the scar the second season. That was like kind of like, we can't do this. Like Amanda's like, I can't do this. Like it's not going to work.
Right.
We have to do something different.
I'm not mad without the scar. I like it.
Me too.
Well, either way, though, if I was Jay and my skin was getting ruined, I'd be like, okay, guys, like, you need to pay me more. Because
It's starting to
I'm
come
cute.
off.
I'm cute. Yeah.
Well, here's a story. There's like, I'm telling everything. That's good.
Yes.
It's all good. It's all
So
good.
we did the pilot, and this awesome FX guy, Kyle, did the pilot, and then he couldn't do. I don't know if he couldn't do it or they didn't want to pay him to do it for the first episode or two. And a guy that had only worked with prosthetic, kind of puppets and not humans had I'm totally serious. Had been hired by the that time the production person that was no longer in season 2 was no longer with the production. But basically the glue that they used to put that scar on the first episode of one of the first 2 episodes basically burned Jay's skin where he actually had a scar there. And they had to do healing, kind of crazy healing techniques to do it quickly, and then fired that guy and hired Kyle right away. And Kyle's been the guy since season 1. He only didn't do the first 2 episodes or 1 episode of the show or 2 days because money. And then they were like, okay, this is where you kind of have to say, all right,
Can't cut corners.
Can't be cheap.
about
those effects,
important.
cost
There's
are
a
important.
cost.
And, it's especially important. It's not like you dealing with video effects or visual effects.
Somebody's face.
Someone's face.
Wow.
And it's
Especially
someone that's
burned.
the lead of the show.
Right.
So it's kind of important, and it's like. I'm
like,
gonna
pay
quote,
that first
I'm gonna
guy.
quote my wife's dad that says, "You can never skimp on toilet paper."
Valid point.
That first guy should
Because you
have
got
been
to do
paid
it
in
every
bologna.
day.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the same thing. I just compared
Toilet paper to
Jay's face to Jay.
That's amazing. All right, well.
Oh my God. Jay's probably somewhere thinking, that's sort of an insult.
Was that your accent?
Kind of.
It was great.
But I could do better if I really tried, but I ain't trying.
Well, ladies, let's talk a little bit about JT since we have him here. And, you know, you had some really good moments this episode.
Yes.
Just
Thank you.
smacking on Tess.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
I love it.
Go get your girl.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I like the way that he was like drawing her back to him very subtly.
Right.
Oh yeah, he has some suave.
Yeah.
She said the L word.
Yeah.
She said the L
Yeah,
word.
she said.
She did.
She said the L word.
Don't take it. Would you take it the wrong way? Yes, I will.
There's only one way to take it.
Right.
Tim.
She's just putting it out there. She's giving him the bait. He's taking it.
And then they edited in nice awkward silence.
Oh.
That was a little longer than we did it in the in the actual scene, but it works for that moment. But like, Nina and I were never necessarily happy that they were like breaking us up arbitrarily, but there's a journey there to kind of for JT to find himself, and I always think the more complicated situation is like kind of the one I would go for, but I don't write the show, and I know it would be harder to write to kind of maneuver and navigate that relationship where someone's within the relationship is trying to find themselves. They kind of did it with Kat and Vincent, but to do it with the kind of like the side couple JT and Tess, to navigate a relationship where someone is trying to figure out who he is and where he belongs while in that relationship is things people do in life but not necessarily fair to the other person. And I feel like in TV sometimes, and less now, but they do the easy thing where it's like break them up and then bring them back together so that it's more finite and more kind of simplistic is maybe too simplistic of a word, but that's kind of like what they did. I'm like, okay. Like it's basically because they couldn't break up Vincent and Catherine anymore.
Oh,
So-
not again. No.
Yeah. So anyway.
There would have been a riot.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what, really quickly, I just realized if we could ever engineer, please pull up the chat room. I'm sure there's a whole conversation going on. So if we can pull that up. People are probably saying hellos and all sorts of great stuff.
I need my telescope to see this thing.
Austin, Chris wants to know where the gummies are. You promised gummies.
Oh, shit.
Where are the gummies?
What?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, can we shout out about this this survival kit that we got here? So you have to tell them what's in the bag.
Well, it's a tradition when we get together with Beasties. There's gummies,
which I ate all mine almost.
Yep. There's the antacids. So there is the red vines.
Being politically correct.
Antacids.
Don't want to get off trouble. There's the tissue.
These are gummy worms with an eye. Because someone TM.
I couldn't afford the scotch, and then the other thing is an engraved keychain that says BATV, and this is something that I got at our first roundup, and so I just thought this was really cool. So it's a BATV keychain.
Oh, nice.
Adorable.
So,
Thank you.
BCs are the best.
Did I get one? I'm just kidding.
You have all the stuff.
No, you get dog tags and give them away. So.
I got a Mets banner.
Yep.
So our chat is up. I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but I see Wolf Cataroo saying, you know what I'm saying? Damn.
That needs a head roll.
Right?
3 snaps up in a Z formation.
Right? What are you guys talking about?
It's intense.
Opposites attract. JT and T.
Yep.
Yep.
Hi, Angie.
What about Tess and Kat coming back together? I mean,
Yes.
it was rough for a couple episodes.
Yeah.
People were not
I
fans
was
of her last
anti-Tess.
week. They were on
No.
it. I'm sorry. Tess had a right to do that.
Yeah.
She had a right to step back for a little bit. I'm glad she's back
Yes.
to Team VidCat, but I felt bad for everybody giving her a hard time.
Yeah. Oh, that was me. Sorry.
That was me too.
I don't know.
I defended all out for that one.
She's not being. We had a good discussion about it.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
Your job and your friends and there's a thin line between, you know.
But it's always been her giving up something. It's always been her. The one. I mean, she's on a friggin' date. And Kat goes, I'm going to take you, whatever. Oh, by the way, do you like him? No, why don't you just leave her alone? At least let her have her date and then talk to her.
Right.
So there was times when she was really not doing
Ruth
a good friend.
is Team Tess.
Yeah. I'm team all of them, but I still think Tess went too hard coming right out of the gate.
Did.
Yeah.
And she knows Catherine's always all forgiving, and, so Kat will just forgive everything, but I don't know. I guess that's Tess. She's tough and hard. She needs JT to round off those edges.
Soften out the edges.
There you go.
To make her laugh.
What are you saying? I'm chunky?
It's to make her
JT juice. JT juice.
Well, Ivan says he still doesn't forgive Tess, and then
I know he was hard on
People
her.
hold a grudge. Haters.
Wolf Catter says he loves you, Ruth and Carol, and then also Empress Beastie says to tell Carol hi.
Hey, we're supposed to shout out Levon, Empress Beastie, and the TO8, the Toronto 8.
Yep.
Everybody, CLO, and everybody that voted in the contest, and they're all
Alicia
very
wants
wonderful.
to know, are Tess and JT getting back together?
Alicia, hi.
I mean, what happened at the end there? There was a little.
Boom.
Yeah.
You mean he's back?
No spoilers.
But what actually happened at the end? See, that's what we want to know.
That's your imagination. Hey, you're the one who published a book.
No, it's just a poem.
The poem.
I mean, I still stand by my prediction, I should say.
Tess is going to propose to JT.
Yes.
I want her to. I want her to.
I think she owes him that. Look, Tess has given him
Thank
such
you.
A hard time.
I mean, can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
And she needs that hair did right too.
Yeah.
That sexy hair. Yeah, that sexy makeup face she had for Mark Tallman when he was on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was cute.
She's cute.
JT likes him natural.
Yeah.
He likes the curls.
Okay.
No necessary.
Also, Basis likes the natural too, though. I know this.
All the bumps and bruises.
Yeah.
Imperfection is
perfection.
Yes, exactly.
I was gonna say, I don't know what I was gonna say. Actually, I lost train of
His
thought.
comments were so wonderful just now. Imperfection is perfection.
It is.
Let's clone him. We all need somebody like that in our life.
Start writing a book. I'm just saying.
Yeah, imperfection is perfection. Someone said perfection though. I said imperfection is. I think we tagged him.
I said perfection.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
It's true.
Speaking of perfections and imperfections,
Yes.
and all this
Alikona.
stuff, and this is Beauty and the Beast. We talk about beauty. Y'all know I'm a makeup artist, blah, 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 and all that other great stuff. So, I have to talk about Beauty Box. It is something that is brand new. Everybody has those things where you get something sent to you in a box. And
like
people,
Etsy.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's like, like when people send you food in the box or whatever.
Yeah.
So this is a new subscription situation, and I really think it's cool because obviously me loving beauty, it's a great way to get a good deal on beauty products in a box sent to you to your house. And then like every month, you get something new and cool, and it's over $150 worth of product. You get it for $30.
Wow.
On top of the fact that we have our own little AFTERBUZZ discount because we like to give y'all discounts. So if you use the code BUZZBOX, you get 20% off your subscription.
That's good.
So I mean, pretty amazing. And right now, what they have in the box is Redken Sea Salt Spray, Smashbox Brow. Gotta love. I'm all about the brows.
Yeah.
All about the brows. Candy
all
Johnson's
about the
go-to brow kit.
It's all
NYX.
About that brow.
NYX Ombre Lip Duo,
really
which is
good
in
makeup.
peaches and cream. So like really cool stuff. So make sure you check them out. It's Wait, I can read. Hold on. Beautycon.com. That is a tongue twister. /box. And you can sign up for your subscription. So, Beauty Box.
Allie, are you wearing your BATV now?
I am. I'm glad you brought that up.
Nice.
Margaret sent these to us, and I got them on. I'm rocking them right now.
Oh,
so
yeah,
all about the
nice.
beauty. All about the beauty right
That's
now.
pretty.
Thanks. So anyways, sign up. Good
Is
stuff.
there a JT&T now?
You know,
They're all
Margaret.
VinCat.
They're VinCat.
So we got it. We're putting in a special
BATV.
request.
Need one JT&T now.
Put it
You
up.
need one. The pinky.
All right.
I mean, I think it should be the
Oh,
wedding
Dr. Evil
finger. Just saying.
Of course.
Hint, hint, hint.
Romantics.
Anyways, so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because, again, I love makeup. I know ladies love the makeup, feeling good about themselves. So you don't even gotta leave; it just comes to your doorstep.
Oh man.
And I'm hurting your mic there.
Watch out,
It
everybody.
forgives you. Yeah, no, like watch your phone.
Caution.
Yeah.
Austin, I have a question.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
they do the scenes like we watched today, the flashbacks and stuff,
Yeah.
is that the director's choice? Does he put that in, or is that just post-production? They just choose it?
No, I think a lot of times they reference the episode number or title or moment and give a montage. I think in that moment they wound up in that, like in the final cut, using more moments for that montage because it was like longer than it seemed in the, because it was like such an intense thing, and to go through all the moments that we actually saw, it wasn't listed. And sometimes they'll be like etc. and they'll have choice because that wasn't done live. It was all After Effects and visual effects. So it's up to them how that scene plays out, which ones they want to use, when they want to use them. Because even in the script, lines and stage directions get listed or written, and then they get put in different places when the edit comes out, just because the tone of the scene or the pace and the rhythm. And so when the editing and they're jumping back and forth from your close-ups to wides, and then it just depends on how much space they had. And here's the thing, it's like if you have a wide shot and Vincent's in the center, you could make that cut the screen in with digital effects. You could just cut half the screen out and just have him on one side and then put the so it's almost like you shot it like that. But that's the technology now that we have, that as long as you shoot enough, they'll have enough to do something like that with. And so I think in the edit room they added some stuff, but for the most part it was written before.
That's great. Jillian did that.
Hey, really quickly,
Yeah.
we got some cool stuff going on in the chat. First of all, someone wants to know, where's the shower cap? Where's the monkey shower cap?
Oh, y'all aren't in the tub tonight.
The McGuire Brothers stunt team hat that they gave us when we left. They gave us like sweatshirts. They always give us like cool stuff and t-shirts. Yeah, total swag. But it was probably to wear it on shows like this, so I figured I'd wear it because this might be the last interview I have as a cast member while Beauty and the Beast is on the air. So, yeah. So
they're pretty awesome.
Yeah. But the awesome stunt team, and
Yes.
Darren is, just you wouldn't believe that he was like a karate champion that Canada and competed against the world, but he's like grew up in a dojo. He's like that he is a martial artist in respect and also skills. He is like probably broken every bone in his body, and that's why he's a stunt coordinator and doesn't do the stunts anymore. But he
And he's so
stunted like
enthusiastic
Hugh
and he
Jackman
loves to
and
do
yeah.
it.
Oh, sweet.
He did a couple of the bigger movies, which probably said, I should be coordinating these things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Austin, were you off screen watching when anyone was acting in this? In this episode, and somebody was asking if you were also there when Jay Ryan was doing the scene where he was being tortured.
In the etiquette of like filmmaking, you usually don't go to those scenes, if you're not on set. And I guess as an actor, I could only speak from doing scenes that are kind of emotionally raw and all that stuff. It's weird to, unless you're in the scene with that actor, to have another actor be kind of on set watching at Video Village, unless it's and I hear this like with a cast like Walking Dead, if someone's leaving the show or dying or whatever, they'll all come to set on that last shot and watch it. Watch it. It's a different type of show, but to say goodbye, and it's like the kind of ritualistic because so many people die on that shit. Like so many regulars die. So when it's like the last, I would say the only thing would be a lot of times on shows when it's the last frame or shot of the series or the season, people gather up. But we've been lucky in the sense that they've kind of organized a lot of the scenes that we do as the last shot with scenes with all of us anyway. So we're there in it anyway. So so no, I wouldn't go to that. I wouldn't go to any, kissing, lovemaking scene.
I would have gone to the shower scene where Kat snatched the towel. But what I would have done was wound it up and went.
I was waiting for a rat tail.
Right?
He deserved the rat tail.
That's funny.
So Austin, any interest in producing or directing for yourself?
Well, yeah, I mean, now that you've kind of I've been on this journey to sit back and watch. A lot of times in certain episodes I didn't have a lot of stuff to do, so it's kind of with less responsibility you get to kind of sit back and watch and absorb things a little more. And I know Nina always kind of I'm sure if we had a 5th season she would direct an episode. I would love to do that, but that wasn't necessarily my kind of goal. She trailed, I think, Stewart on an episode, but I'm writing and kind of producing, collaborating. Alikona with makeup. She's been my makeup go-to girl, and she's not only a wonderful hostess, but she's a brilliant makeup artist. So anyway, I've done a couple of things and working on something now, and waiting to hear about some other stuff. So. Yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see.
Yeah.
With the producer, director, writer, whatever.
Right. All the slashes.
Expletive. Or I was saying expletive. Yeah. That's my mind goes to the,
I got a question for you, Austin.
Uh-oh.
So you mentioned earlier that when all of you are on
set... She's tearing the gummy worm. It's like a voodoo doll. Oh my God. Okay.
That's how
Halloween's coming.
Okay.
You said on set that it's hard for you all to do serious scenes because you're all laughing and enjoying. What's it like when you're all together on a scene?
Well, I was saying how that that one scene where Vincent
throws the water bag down,
the heart, the rubber heart down on the I was like, okay, I was expecting it to be dripping with blood and kind of when you read it, splatters a heart down, he slams the heart down, and it but he really slammed it hard. It wasn't just it was boom. And he would, Jay, when it's on our coverage, he's just trying to make us laugh. So it was kind of one of those, I guess as human, normal people living in the world without beasts and dealing with all this stuff. And some of the scenes are so dramatic, and you have to say stuff like beast serum and the gem or whatever it is, beast, he beast swam or whatever. It's just one of those things where it's kind of you need a break from that, and it's when it's all exposition and we're all together, there's 5 of us or 4 of us together, and the whole point of the scene is to just further the plot, and there's not really anything to kind of dig down and sink your teeth into emotionally, and there's a rubber prop heart being slammed on the table and talking about cabal members, and it kind of is you take a step back, and it's kind of you have to suck it up and not think of how ridiculous it sounds, because sometimes you're I am saying this right now and saying it totally seriously, and then Jay comes in and slams a heart down and just kind of gives us a look, and after Kristin and Nicole just went they they were doing it together. They wanted them to stagger it, it was because it was just 2 sisters doing it simultaneously, same reaction, and then they would just laugh right afterwards, so there wasn't a long enough time for them to keep it. It was just one of those scenes where, and that's what happens whenever it's exposition. We're all kind of talking for each other, or whatever. It's a challenge. Let's just say that's where acting comes in.
Somebody was actually asking, I think it's probably going to be a long answer, but they were just talking about when there's really serious scenes, how as an actor you're able to do it and like cry when you're supposed to cry or what have you. Are you living in the moment? And but that's such a long explanation though.
Carry on.
Because it's different for every actor. Right. You know, their process, at least I feel, is different. But you know,
I mean, Kristin is, you know, so emotionally available. Not everyone is like that. You know, Kristin and all of the girls, Nicole and Nina. Yeah. You know, Jay even too. It's like I don't cry a lot, you know. So it's like to draw it out and to kind of try to fake it is, you know, I'd rather like live in the reality, and if it happens, it happens. Like, you know, we'll see next episode, you know, there's some emotional stuff for JT. So
when he gets proposed to.
You know, that's like a laugh cry. You know, what's funny is like I watch shows and I watch movies and I get emotional when something good happens or happy happens. I tend not to like cry at like heavy stuff, because in my life, I guess the same thing. It's like you kind of just...
You try not to cry. The real
you kind of get through the moment, and it's like, all right, you know, got to think bigger now, as opposed to this, you know, moment that's crushing or whatever. But yeah, everyone has their vulnerabilities, and it's emotional. But you know, you try to draw on that stuff and use it and kind of like, you know, focus it for. Sometimes you do a lot of takes, and you do it in the first 3 takes. Like, you know, there's a couple of scenes in the next episode where like you do it in a couple of takes, and then they're shooting for 10, 15 more takes, and it's just like, oh my god, I hope they use the first 3. You know? So,
actually, we went away from the episode a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it a little bit more, because I do want to talk about the heavy emotions that we saw with Vincent when he was
torture scene.
Oh
my god,
it's so intense.
He did a great job with that. I swear, I was feeling that.
Yeah.
The screaming and.
He's always getting injected with stuff.
Poor guy.
Every time.
Well, you know, and if you think about it too, I mean, outside of that, you're saying with his emotions, we see the flashbacks, but he, in that moment, is not seeing any of that. He's just purely acting off of, for lack of better words, his imagination.
Right.
You know, so.
Man has a craft. He's got a gift.
Yeah.
You live it, and gosh, I mean, it's like when you go through those types of scenes, what I think about is, how many different life events have I had that break me down like that? And how many puppies have I mean, you think about the puppies, the family members that have gone on. I mean, what brings you to that level? And you're digging pretty deep when you know, can envision all of that as an actor, and you don't see the flashbacks that we're seeing. You know, you don't see the scenes of episode 1 or
yeah. You know, I was saying also too, the constant theme for this was justice, and you have on their own different planes. You have Vincent and you have Kat, who are trying to get justice for mom, for brothers, and this, that, and the third. But I thought it was really nice and very human of them to do that, because I think that is a natural reaction when just mouthful of gummies as I turn around. He's like serious stuff, and he's just
like a cow.
You were so serious, and that's a natural reaction when. That was great.
I guess I don't cry that much. So.
That really caught me off guard.
Gummy in it.
I think you can see that they are ready to say goodbye, that they're ready to say it's time to step back. It's not us anymore having
breaks
to always
my heart.
Solve every problem. Every danger.
They're prepping everybody to move on too.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm sorry. She had to be the one to bring it up. Just bring it up. It's okay.
That's okay. We still have
sad.
season 1. I go back on pay-per-view, episode 1 through 22.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think what I will say, though, the beauty about knowing that this is the last season is they know that in the writing ahead of time to give us closure, I'm hoping.
Well, they didn't know ahead of time. We knew, like, a couple episodes before the end, so they were able to.
But, I mean...
If you think about every last episode of season 2, season 3, you know, we'll see season 4, but they were always kind of planned it as, you know, because we didn't know. We didn't know. So it was geared toward, okay, this could be the series finale. in season 2, season 3, and season 4, we found out that it will be. So then it was like, okay, so then we can kind of, or the writers could kind of set a little finality to it, you know? So,
well, because I was gonna say, I mean, the only thing that for me is good of that is because they knew that in advance. I'm hoping that in this last episode we do get some closure, or we do get what we feel is a happy enough ending that we can be like, okay, these people live happily ever after. Whereas when something gets cut and they don't know that when they, you know what I mean? Then you have this cliffhanger, and then all of a sudden the show gets canceled, and you're like, huh?
Oh yeah.
So at least I'm hoping we get some nice.
That would be something.
That too. I'm hanging on. I did think that Heather was a goner. At the, what I was like, is that what we're doing? Are we killing people off this late in the game? But
poor Heather. She felt so bad.
I know.
That made me that made me so sad. Like when you upset like your sibling, that's the worst thing in the world. And you're just trying to I'm sorry, and Kat was just like, it's fine, and she just felt so guilty. She ended up getting shot.
Kat had so much on her mind. Can you thank you for the apology? I gotta save my man.
Right. It's just it made me so sad.
Heather's fault.
It wasn't Heather's fault.
And she tried to fix it.
Yeah, but at the same time too, they did warn her about.
They told her. How many times did they tell her?
But Heather's notorious for not listening. Heather doesn't take heed.
Hence why she got shot. I'm just saying.
Don't fall.
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, I think she was just trying to redeem the situation. Like, I'm gonna follow him.
The justice thing, it runs in her genes.
It runs in everyone's genes. Everyone has their own definition of what justice means to them.
Can we talk about that creep though?
Braxton?
Yeah, Braxton.
The dead body.
I thought the Beastmaster was gone.
That's what I know.
No. He's literally a Beastmaster.
Yeah. That was
he's a BM.
That was good.
Nice.
Cheers. All right.
Use this for gummy worm for that. There you go.
I
Just
won't
don't
tear it
rip
apart this time.
Eat it whole. Nice.
Oh Lord.
BM.
Oh wow.
Well, the BM had some nerve.
Hashtag BM. It's amazing.
So he had some nerve though, living in the same apartment complex. Like, really, dude? Like right there?
He's a creep.
He did it. I mean, gotta give him. He did his homework. He did a good job setting that apartment up.
That was smart for him to say that there was another beast. Like that totally just threw them off track for a long time. Yeah, and he would have gotten away with it.
My thing is he went through all of this trouble to
cover himself.
Like I just
get a fake ID and go.
Just go somewhere, disappear. Right. You're going through all of your killing innocent people, killing people because none of them really were innocent with the whole Mirafills thing. Yeah. But just go somewhere. Go to just somewhere.
The Caribbean be a whole lot more fun.
I'm saying,
And instead of that apartment, I think he's in cahoots with Agent Dillon.
I think so.
I think so too.
I think so
because he's back in the days of the server when Vincent had to save the one teacher dude. Remember the CIA was tied in with that big server. Yeah, that stuff doesn't go away.
Yeah.
And she's another one that just seems like her mind is made up. And she's one track. Yeah. It's just like, why are you pushing it so much? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something.
Maybe they're boo things.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe. That's kind of gross.
Having that affair.
Yeah. I want to make sure though I give you guys some time because we're running out of time. But since you are our special guest, if there's anything that you guys want to say, or if you want to ask, or if you want to shout out to anybody, now's your chance.
Yes.
I just think it's been such a fun ride to be part of this family, and just thank you guys all for being a part of it with us. We just love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Ditto that because I was lying around on the couch not feeling well February of just last year, and so that's when I hadn't really not seen the previews for the show, but I had some preconceived notions about whether this version was going to be, somewhat similar in my mind to the previous one. So I'm glad that I was lying there and I said, hey, let me check that out. That guy's kind of fine anyway. So let me see.
And what about Jay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And giving Jay all his props, he looked pretty good too.
I like the guy in glasses and plaid.
Because I sure enough got me some. But yeah, I mean, it's been a totally awesome ride for me. I like to go berserk with things, and this allowed me to learn a lot of new things and, get behind people who were definitely really, really super nice people. Yeah. Every comment was always, oh yeah, that guy's really nice, she's nice, they're nice, and I like nice. So it's been great to get to know some great people and some great actors.
Yeah. Debbie?
Well, so a lot of people know that, I went through cancer, and Beauty and the Beast kind of actually saved my life.
Wow. Because
it gave me motive, to go from one week to the next so that I could get to each episode. So it really did it's my heart.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast is in my heart, so it means a lot to me.
It brought friends together from around the world.
Absolutely.
Neighbors if we had the chance to meet them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
And Ruth kind of was, started that in a way with the Beastie Roundups, and people talk about online and social media how people hide behind their avatars and don't really kind of put their face where their comments are, and
not the Beasties.
And this this fan base doesn't do that. They actually find each other from around the world, from 2 continents, and visit, if they could afford it. If not, they, find people in their area to congregate with and watch the episodes, or just hang out and meet people through the show, and then they become friends outside of the show. And it's kind of awesome and amazing, and a lesson for fan bases in the future.
Yeah. We've taught people how to beast out.
Yeah.
In the good way.
In the good way, yeah.
I will say, you guys do, come together, and everybody supports each other. Like you said, when both of you guys were in the contest, it was friends helping each other. Friends out, this person deserves it. So
I voted for her.
Yeah. And so, I think that's really cool. Yeah. So, really, really great group of people. And it's special that a show can do that. And I think it's also special for you as an actor to be able to sit here and to meet someone like Debbie, and for her to say the things she's saying. Your work has influenced someone else's life, and that's pretty special.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyways, what we do it for.
I like to be a fan of bringing people together from wherever. And if you take a look at where Canada is. And one of my daughter's friends is from Aotearoa, New Zealand also. And if you look at how far that is, we have a friend in Riverside. Jay came all the way that distance to audition for that part. The Fab Five that we call them, everything has just been wonderful. It's a big lesson in kind of diversity, New Zealand, Canada, U.S. and
South Africa.
And all of that. And so I think it speaks volumes to dropping that third wall and letting people in.
Absolutely. We've actually, I wasn't going to do news and gossip just because we have so many people here, but I have 2 pictures that I did want to show. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those up, and then you let me know when they're actually, there's the first one. There was other characters, and I think they got cut off, and that's my fault. But anyways, I thought that was really, really cool that somebody drew that.
Look rather svelte.
Yes. And at the very bottom, my engineer, Marissa, if you could please read to me who the artist is, because I cannot see.
Lindsay?
The artist is LBT Fan.
Oh, that is not Marissa.
Right.
Great vocal.
Her voice got very deep.
I've been taking classes at night.
Anyways, so our next picture. That's hilarious. I can't read it from far, but somebody made it's like a cast appreciation calendar.
That's Yoliko Pro.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you tell
Yolanda.
You educate us.
Yolanda.
Okay.
So what it is starting on September 11th, each day. Oh,
your mic. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Starting on September 11th, each day we are going to honor one of the actors. So the first day is Nicole Anderson. Second day is Nina Lisandrello. Third day is Kristin Kreuk. Fourth is Austin on the 14th, and then the 15th, the finale is Jay. So we're going to just be tweeting to them and telling them thank you very much for the job they've done.
Very sweet.
Man, I've never I've done a few of the shows here at AfterBuzz, and the love is so real with the Beasties. It's just amazing. Seriously.
We got so lucky with the actors. I mean, they really are on a level that we can all just pretty much relate to them as people, which is wonderful.
Yeah. You know, and not just the actors, but the cast, the writers, the crew. You know, it's been a whole group, you know, that has really been great about interacting with us, bringing us into the family.
I just want to take a moment too, and I want to, I'm going to take it to the small camera over here. I just want to take a moment and thank everybody who's followed AfterBuzz for the Beauty and the Beast show. I started my first year with AfterBuzz is when I started doing Beauty and the Beast, and I've been doing it since season 1. So it's been so cool getting to know people and having my first experience of a fan base be you guys, which are absolutely amazing. So thank you for those of you who've come back, and even if you don't come back, you give them a hard time. But anyways, but thank you guys so much for joining us on this journey as well, because it's been a lot of fun. So yeah, let's get into predictions.
Predictions. And now your AfterBuzz TV.
I took his line. Sorry.
Predictions.
Take 2.
All right, I'm gonna actually let you guys start with the predictions since you're a special guest.
I'm gonna have to say.
You might.
Sorry, it doesn't want to stay up. I'm going to have to say that we are going to get our happy ending. I have to trust the writers that, yes, we are going to get it. It's going to be a bumpy ride there, but we're going to get it.
Okay. Yeah, I think so, too. I think we'll have to keep our eyes open, be sharp, and look for certain triggers. But I think we're going to get our happily ever after also.
I think everybody's going to get their happily ever after. Yeah, so we're going to have different couples.
Yeah.
But I think they're all going to congregate together. They're all going to go together.
Yeah, I'm actually going to piggyback off of that because I think that's going to happen too. I think that you're going to get to propose to as they spit on you. You're going to get proposed to.
Takes me back.
Yeah. And I do think that the whole new alias thing is going to happen, and just away from New York. But it's going to be Vincent and Kat first, and they're going to go their direction, and we're going to be led to believe that they're just them. And then a few minutes later, we're going to have JT&T show up and be like, oh. And then we just got to find... not Nicole. We gotta find Heather.
And Kyle are gonna get back together.
Yes, that's my prediction.
They're gonna get back together.
No,
yes, they are.
They are.
They can't.
Yeah, they are.
But he's evil.
He is evil.
But he's gonna apologize. He's gonna apologize. I think.
He's a stalker. I don't care. He's a creep.
He's gonna apologize.
She's gonna move in with them.
He's gonna apologize.
No, because he's actually involved in this all in the mess. Yeah, he's involved in it. So she's not gonna get back together with him.
I was just trying to protect you.
I'm telling you, they're gonna get back together.
No,
because Kat is out of it that he was just trying to protect her, and he's like, you have to forgive him.
Yeah, but they're setting you up.
Yes,
they're setting you up.
I'm with you.
Okay.
A prediction debate.
Next week, you'll be seeing
last episode.
You're right.
Yeah.
Ruth agrees with us. Okay.
No, I think the stakes are
something's going on.
I think Kat's gonna get pregnant.
Prediction challenge.
I think she's like a flash forward.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But actually, a lot of our followers were saying that tonight.
I think she's gonna get preggo. Is that what their goal was before all the craziness? Was to have kids?
No.
No.
I don't think
everyone's like, no.
Season 1, he didn't want any.
Yeah, because they're concerned about Beast Baby.
Another
Even
Tory.
Even now, because remember when the pregnancy scare?
He said he wouldn't mind. Huh?
Yeah, remember the pregnancy scare?
He wouldn't mind, but they're not. That's not normal, you know.
They want to bring somebody into that world.
They need to have a regular life for a little bit before they have.
She has not had a chance to fully enjoy her man.
You understand what I'm saying? Thank you very much.
Yeah. Heather will be pregnant before
I
Kat
have
will.
one more prediction. I think we mentioned it earlier, but I definitely do think that. Oh gosh, I'm bringing for it right now.
Dylan.
Braxton and Dylan are in cahoots with each other, and the team is gonna take them down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hearing these, he's also like
the Beast team is gonna take them down.
Somebody said, and it's already scrolled up. First of all, I know Ivan said that he thinks that Vincent's going to Paris, and somebody else is saying that Kyle is in they saw him in a preview or a still or something for the next episode, so he's definitely going to show up. Right?
I'm telling you, they're gonna end up together.
Do you not
I
recall?
think it was in the last episode. I mean,
I'm trying to get secrets and throw you off guard.
It was actually a spoiler picture. Actually,
Oh, okay. Got it.
He's gonna get back with Heather. Duh.
Yep.
But Kyle remember when when Vincent beasted out in the apartment, when the agents stormed the door? Kyle was one of those agents.
Oh.
He was the faint blonde.
Oh, so he's
I still think, I think Kyle is some kind of agent.
I still think that he loves. He's probably gonna have like real feelings for, or he has real feelings for Heather.
I can't tell yet.
Is this interesting for you to listen to? I imagine it is.
Totally, it's like.
You're like, you're wrong, you're wrong,
in my mind, I'm like, what actually happens in the last episode that I can't allude to?
Yeah.
And it's good that I don't necessarily remember. I do, but I'm not going to tell you.
Of course.
Even if Kyle, you don't need to. Even if Kyle is an agent, though, I feel like he's doing his job, right? I'm just playing devil's advocate again. He's doing his job, but once we find out, because she is dirty, Dylan, and once they find out and we find out all the truth, I still think that him and Heather are gonna end up back together.
Because she's gonna be like, you were just protecting me this whole time. I get it.
I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, guys. But in the meantime, I had a fantastic time with you and you and you and you and you and you.
So thank you for having us.
It was wonderful.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna close it on out, but I'm gonna let you guys close and tell everybody thank you and leave your Twitter handles and all that other good stuff.
Yes.
So I'm gonna start with Ruth.
Ruth JC Cassidy on Twitter, and thank you guys so much. This has been such an awesome experience. So.
Thank you guys. OFCGEEK Twitter. I don't use that Instagram stuff too much, but you can find me on Twitter.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's this been a great ride. Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much. Deb Green 069, my birthday.
Right.
That's good. That's good. That's right. Had a wonderful time. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm gonna let you guys start actually.
And Janeisha here. You guys can follow me on all social media at Janeisha_Miss VI.
Yeah, Ashleigh Morghan. You can follow me on all social media. ASH.
It's the gummy bear.
Gummy worm just ripped it. Sorry, it was our last gummy worm.
Yeah, I need to stop it.
She swallowed it whole. It's
It's like growing in my throat.
Stranger Things.
Wow. Okay, so ASHLEIGHMORGHAN.
Shit.
Follow that, Austin.
I know, right? I'm Austin Basis at Austin Basis on everything. Instagram, Twitter.
Did we get that
Facebook.
Snapchat up?
What?
Snapchat? You never got that up.
No, I try to see yours, but you have to be on Snapchat to see. Like the last time I was into those weird Snapchats that we did. Those things freak me out. I just like watching Leslie Jones do it. That's the only one I like.
All right, guys, I'm going to turn it to the front real quick and say thank you so much for joining us this entire season. I actually will not be here for the finale, so this is my last time with you. Thank you so much for everything. Please continue to talk to me at Boys in Beauty 01 on Twitter. I am Alikona Bradford, and I will see you guys on another show.
Yay! Oh, that was so sad.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye,
Thank you.
Thank you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.